I want to make a distinction that nobody in personal finance makes clearly enough. There is a difference between being broke and leaking money. Broke means the income isn't enough. Leaking means the income is there or close enough, but it's draining out through holes you haven't bothered to find yet. Small ones, consistent ones. The financial equivalent of a dripping tap that's been going for so long you've stopped hearing it. Most people who think they're broke are actually leaking, and that is genuinely good news because you can plug a leak. You can't always fix broke overnight. Welcome to Money Moves. Today we find the holes. Leak 1. The subscription sprawl. Here's a number that should make you put your phone down and go check your bank account. The average American spends $90 a month, $1,080 a year on subscription services. And of that $1,080, roughly $205 goes towards subscriptions they rarely or never use. Every single year, just quietly draining, like a financial leak so slow you'd never notice it on any given Tuesday. And here's the part that really gets me. 89% of Americans underestimate their subscription spending. The average guess is about $62 a month. The actual number is over $91. People are off by almost 50% on a bill they're paying every single month. The companies charging you have made the math deliberately hard to see, and it is working magnificently. Nationally, unused subscriptions drain roughly $27 billion a year from American consumers. Billion. With a B. Gen Z specifically loses an average of $276 a year to forgotten subscriptions, which is painful enough that it deserves its own moment of silence. The fix: open your bank app right now, after this video, not during, and count every recurring charge from the last 30 days, every single one. Then ask, did I use this in the last month? If the answer is no, cancel it today, not tomorrow. Today, because tomorrow you'll forget and pay for another month of something you're not using, which is how you got here. What's the subscription you just remembered you're still paying for? Drop it in the comments. No judgment. I paid for a language learning app for 14 months and spoke approximately 0 words of the language. We've all done it. Real quick, if nobody in your life is walking you through this stuff, that's what Money Moves is for. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Free, 2 seconds, 0 recurring charge. Ironic, given what we just talked about. Hit the button. Back to your money. Leak 2, the convenience tax. This one is sneakier because it doesn't look like a subscription. It looks like a decision, a reasonable, understandable, completely human decision every single day. The daily specialty coffee, $6 to $8 a day, adds up to nearly $3,000 a year. I know, you've heard this one, but I'm not telling you to stop buying coffee. I'm telling you to look at whether the $3,000 is a deliberate choice you're making or just what happens when you're tired and not paying attention. Lunch at work. Dinner delivery 3 times a week, the convenience fee on your electric bill payment, the out-of-network ATM because you couldn't be bothered to walk 2 more blocks. Each of these is $2, $5, $12. None of them feel like a decision. Together, they are a very expensive lifestyle surcharge you never consciously agreed to pay. The convenience tax is the leak that feels the most justified because you were genuinely busy and genuinely tired and genuinely needed to eat. But convenience has a price. And most people have never added up what they're paying for it annually. When you do, the number is almost always uncomfortable. The move isn't to eliminate convenience. That's not realistic. And frankly, it's not fun. The move is to audit it. Which convenience purchases are genuinely improving your life? Which ones are just friction avoidance that you could remove with a tiny amount of planning? Leak 3. The rate you never renegotiated. Your internet bill, your car insurance, your cell phone plan, your home insurance, your gym membership. When did you last actively check whether you're paying the best available rate for any of these? If the answer is when I signed up, you are almost certainly overpaying. Insurance companies raise rates on long-term customers quietly, betting that the friction of switching is more annoying than the extra $200 a year they're now charging you. Internet providers run promotional rates for new customers while your bill quietly inflates. Your cell phone plan might have a better version available that the carrier will never proactively offer you. The retention department move, calling and asking, "What can you do for my rate?" works. People regularly report saving $30, $50, $80 a month on bills they'd been overpaying for years without knowing it. The rule: once a year, for every recurring bill over $30 a month, make a 5-minute call or do a 5-minute comparison shop. Set a calendar reminder. Call it money maintenance, because your rates are being maintained upward, whether you're paying attention or not. Which of these 3 leaks hit hardest for you? Subscriptions, convenience spending, or rates you haven't renegotiated? Drop it in the comments, and if you know your rough monthly number for any of them, drop that too. I want to see the real data from real people. Here's the thing about money leaks: they're fixable, all of them. And the fixing doesn't require willpower or lifestyle overhauls or waking up at 5 a.m. with a gratitude journal. It requires one 30-minute session, once a quarter. That's it. Go through your last 30 days of transactions. Categorize what you see into 3 columns: intentional spending, things you chose and would choose again; leak spending, things you didn't actively choose or wouldn't choose again if you thought about it; and rate spending, recurring bills that could potentially be lower. Then spend the rest of your 30 minutes canceling one thing, questioning another, and making one phone call. The average person who does this exercise consistently finds $100 to $300 a month in spending that wasn't delivering equivalent value. Over a year, that's $1,200 to $3,600. That is a vacation. That is an emergency fund. That is the beginning of an investment account. That is real money that was always yours. You just weren't looking at where it was going. You are not bad at money. You are not broke. You have leaks, and leaks are fixable. Cancel the subscription you forgot about. Audit the convenience spending. Renegotiate the rate nobody told you had gotten worse. Do the 30-minute exercise once a quarter. The money is already there. It's just draining somewhere you haven't looked yet. Subscribe for the next money moves. We're covering the difference between good debt and bad debt and why that distinction changes every financial decision you're currently making. Drop a comment. How much do you think you're leaking per month, honestly? See you in the next one.